What's up guys, in this video I'm going to share with you 5 tips for what to do when a magic trick goes wrong. I'm also going to show you my trip down to the Gold Coast when I caught up with my best mate. Let's go! What's going on guys? Today is an incredibly, oh my god I'm so excited. It's an incredibly exciting day. One of my best friends from back in Adelaide is actually up here in Queensland and he's been here for the weekend. And I get to go and see him today, which is awesome. So he's in the Gold Coast, which is about an hour away from Brisbane, so I'm about to go jump on a train. That's my incredibly noisy neighbours. It's doing my head in. It's creaking and rumbling outside. But anyway, we go and jump on a train. It takes about an hour to get down there, and let's go. I'm excited. Oh, before I do that, I thought I'd show you, because there's a good chance that we'll go somewhere like a bar or something, because that's kind of how we hang out. And I will probably end up doing some magic for him or for some other people. So I thought I'd show you what I carry around in my pockets whenever there's an opportunity of doing some organic magic. So number one is this, playing cards. I'm a big advocate of these playing cards. So much so that I have more of them. And finally, I have this. It's called Blistered. That's all I'm going to say about that one. If you want to know what it is, I guess you'll have to go to a magic website and buy it. Maybe. Or you can probably find it on YouTube somewhere. Anyway, enough about what I carry in my pockets. Let's go. I'm so excited. Oh, that's him. That's him messaging now. Going wrong? Oh, and I have also made a friend up here who makes up words. Like you?
Yeah, no.
Pulls a $10 note at banjo.
Banjo!
Banjo
Well,
head?
I don't think
He actually reminds me a lot of Can Angle.
yeah. Vlog number 1.
Okay, so we went the wrong answer. Awkward! The epic adventure to find the door.
None of your numbers come up. What? Spot 20. You do that? Yeah. $2 on that and then $1 I've been using B-roll gun. Oh, there it is.
So that was a bit of footage from me hanging out with Henry. Henry and I have been mates for a few years, and very, very close mates for that time. And we haven't seen each other for about 6 months, so we actually spent most of the time just catching up, chatting, being idiots, drinking beers, grab some dinner together. and his partner was up here, so we all hung out. I only showed them a tiny bit of magic because we were too busy catching up, and that was awesome. It was so good. There's a dog barking outside. Great. It was so good to catch up with him and just to. I didn't realise quite how much I'd missed him. It was awesome. But, and as happens whenever you perform magic, it can go wrong. And the trick I did, which was the sandwich effect, when Henry asked to see something, I asked him to name a playing card and to pick 2 cards out of the deck that were the same. He picked out the 2 black jacks and the 9 of clubs, and got him to shuffle the 9 of clubs back into the deck. And then what was meant to happen was the deck was meant to go on the edge of the table. You put the 2 cards on the edge of the deck, overhanging, and then you flip them up and catch them. I believe it's called Catch by Daniel Madison. And when you pull it off, it's an amazing trick. You barely touch the deck, and this aerial, this flick and then catch, is it's quite spectacular, and it's very eye-grabbing. So, the slides actually came off pretty well. No one saw the load, no one saw the prep. But I loaded the wrong card. Instead of the 9 of clubs, it was the 9 of spades. And I missed the catch. So, whilst the load was perfect, it was the wrong card. And it went to complete shit. It was terrible. So what do you do in that situation when it just completely goes wrong? Before I get into the tips, don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you're new here, it really does help me out, and hit that little notifications bell if you want to get notifications about when I upload new stuff. Tip number 1. This one is really important to me. It might be a little bit harder depending on your character, but you'll see what I mean in a sec. Roll with it. That's tip number 1. Just roll with it. You make a mistake and go with it. Like I did with the trick I was explaining before. Oh, that's not the right card. Oh, it was pretty close though. 9 of clubs, yeah, that's not bad. And then go into something else, or try something new. Be like, okay, that didn't quite work, but let's try this. Let's try this with the 9 of spades, with the card that you accidentally got it wrong with, or if you lose their card, turn it into something else. Just roll with it. If you get flustered as much as you want to, it's going to detract from the moment, and people are going to remember you as, let's be honest, a bad performer. Now, if your character is mystical, otherworldly, I am the mighty magician, bow before me. That's not, the rolling with it thing is not going to work as well. But if you're like me and you're just there and you're showing people some cool and interesting and slightly weird stuff, then rolling with it it's really easy. It's part of your character and you can just keep going. Tip number 2, closely tied in with the first one, be confident. If you need to do a second trick to get your confidence back because you had a real big, and let's use an Australian word here, clanger, then do it. Do another trick that you know inside and out, and that you can get your confidence back with, get your groove back, and then you can keep going. But if you're confident in it, and it's an honest, genuine mistake, but you're still confident in everything you did, then people will still kind of be blown away by it. Like that trick I did, again, I'm going back to that one because it's one of the biggest mistakes I've made recently. I put the wrong card in, but no one saw where the card came from. How it got between the 2 jacks was still impossible, and so people were confused. Like, how did that get? That's cool. I don't know how. So it was an odd reaction, but it still worked. So be confident with it, and then it's try and retain your confidence as much as possible. And bring something to bring it back even further. But don't be arrogant, just be confident in what you do. Number 3, relax. This one I struggle with so much. Particularly when I first learn a new sleight, or a new trick, or a new routine, I'm not relaxed. It's rigid, it's not part of me yet. Most obviously, when I first started learning how to do the pass, hang on, I'll cut it there, I'll go get a deck of cards and I'll show you this. And we're back. So I've got the High Victorians here. This is what used to happen. I'm not going to show you my hands, I'm going to show you my shoulders. When I used to do a pass, I used to do this. Now you might not be able to see my hands, but watch what my shoulders do. I do this shrug, it's like I'm trying to lift weights. And it's because I was so nervous about what my hands are doing that everything locked up. Whereas now, I relax my shoulders and the pass happens. Nothing up here changes, and yet the cards change. So relax. If you have to breathe, if you have to enjoy the moment, if you just, whatever, relax. And the thing that's going to help the most with that is the next tip. Tip number 4, practice. The more you practice, the more you watch yourself practicing, the more you relax whilst you're practicing, and the more you try and think of other things whilst you're practicing, the smoother your hands will get, the more relaxed you are overall. And the easier it is when you make a mistake, when you get the wrong thing, when your pass is wrong, when a card flies out, when you control the wrong card and you get the card you wanted is at the top of the deck and the card was meant to be at the bottom of the deck, go with something else. There's no surefire way of fixing a trick when it goes wrong. You can have multiple outs, but if you're relaxed, if you're confident, and you're well practiced in all of your sleights, then you've got all other alternatives for when a trick goes wrong. You don't have to stick to the direct linear path that you've planned out for this trick. You can change it, you can chop and change, you can steal the card out and make it appear elsewhere and have a kicker ending. There's so many opportunities, but you just have to get over that, oh God, I got it wrong. Practice, relax, confidence, just rolling with it. They all go in together. Tip number 5. Tip number 5 is slightly different. It happens in a different scenario. And that's when you're caught doing a sleight. When you're caught palming a card out. When you're stuck talking to someone and they notice your thumb's gone because you've got a card in Tenkai. Or someone catches a pass, someone catches a double lift, anything. If they've just been, oh I saw that, or you finish the trick and they go, I think that's the way you did that. You did a thing with the thing, and it kind of, I saw this. Don't be this guy. Do not do this. Nope, you saw nothing. I'm perfect. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Be like, yeah. Oh, that's really good, man. Do you know some of this stuff? No? Oh, you were paying attention. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, if you want to learn stuff, this is where you go. Engage with them. Compliment them on how good their eyesight is or how quick they are. Because usually, you're not performing magic for idiots. You're performing for someone who's as smart as you are, or smarter. You just have a skill set they don't. And so as soon as you start treating the people you're performing for as smart, attentive people, you actually make a much better connection with them. You're not high and mighty and trying to fool them, you're just a person who's entertaining them. Yes, you might blow their minds with something, but you're there to entertain them and make a connection with them. So give them a compliment. Hey man, yeah, well done, you picked that up. Did you see anything else? Or, yeah, you must be really smart, that's awesome. Are you interested in this? Engage with them, it gives you something to talk about. If they're being an asshole about it, and they go, I saw that right in the middle of the trick. You're like, yeah, no worries man, can you just let me? Thanks. Or they keep picking you out on something. Maybe you need to talk to them. Hey man, can you just shut up? You're ruining this for everyone else. But most people aren't like that. Most people are happy to be entertained and they're interested in where it's going, what the story of this is going to be, and then this really cool person demonstrating something strange and unusual for them. So that's it. That's my 5 tips. Roll with it. Be confident. Be relaxed. Practice. And give compliments where you can. So that's it. My 5 tips for what to do when a magic trick goes wrong and for when you make mistakes. I know it's a bit of a wordy one, has a lot to cover, a lot of ideas on this. Let me know what you think in the comments down below if you've got any other tricks for how you deal with making mistakes or if you want to know anything more. And we'll see you on the next video. Peace.